So hello everybody, welcome back to a finally new Path of Titans video. Now in the last one I talked about what is going to possibly come into the game. This time we're not going to do that. I'm going to talk, this is going to be like a theory video synopsis in a way. In this one I'm going to talk about the different evolutionary stages of the carnivores and herbivores. Right now we only have that has been shown, the Allosaurus, the Splatosaurus, or the Lambeosaurus. I think the Splatosaurus hasn't shown anything yet. Oh, I'll cover that later. So with the Allosaurus, we have three different versions of its kind or whatever. The Suchomimus, we have one. The Ceratosaurus, we have two. The Splatosaurus, we have two. And the Latin Ventrix, we have one. The Stegosaurus, we have two. The Camptosaurus, we have three. Starkosaurus, we have one. Lambeosaurus, we have three. And Struthiomimus, we have one. Now, on the side of each, or on the side of the Suchomimus, Ceratosaurus, the Splatosaurus, and the Raptor thingy, there are two alternate species. And now, in the last one, I thought it might be evolutionary stages for the dinosaurs, such as the Allosaurus, how you have the main version, the Fragiles, and then you get the Europus and then the Amplus. Now the Europus is the one with the spikes, and then the Amplus is the bigger version, I guess. Now, what this means is that I was wrong about the alternate species. So I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section as to what you think about what these alternate species could be. Now they could be the Fragiles or the Suchomimus turinensis, but to me, I feel like what it means by alternate species is like different versions of themselves. Now I don't, because I've seen in the gameplays that they've shown, it doesn't really like show anything about these two alternate species. But I just want to think, I want to hear from you guys what you might think it is, because right now I have no idea. So what I mean by the Allosaurus fragilis and the Europus is that, for instance, with the early gameplay preview that they just uploaded today, they previewed the Allosaurus for the first minute and a half, I believe. And in that gameplay, we see a pack of Allos, right? Nothing too strange, except for the three of the Allosauruses have appeared to be the same unique body structure, whereas the one off to the right has these spines. Now this could be with the normal Allosaurus model, but I just don't see that on here. With this Allosaurus means that this could be the Europus or the Amplus. Now, if I'm right, the Europe one, I'm going to say spikes because I obviously have no idea. So which means that somehow this guy was able to unlock this thing very early. In the last one, in the last episode, or the last video, not necessarily episode, it talked about how you can unlock. Now these achievements can be accessed through these events, for say, and I talked about maybe it might be like an asteroid, tsunami, flooding, forest fires, stuff like that. That could be, that is still on the table for my case. I still think that is possible how you unlock these different versions. I'm not for sure on this. I'm sure they're going to confirm it later down the road, or they want us players to figure it out for ourselves. Now, something interesting in this, in their please read, or in their Discord, is that they have what could be confirmed in the game. So in the top section above of their Discord, they have players will have the option to set up servers and to play as all dinosaurs or as ones from certain time periods. Now this could mean if they choose different time periods, it could mean that you could have different events. So maybe with the Jurassic period, you could have flooding, large forest fires. Or with the Cretaceous, you could have an asteroid impact. Now that would be something interesting for this game, and it's something no other playable dinosaur game has done before, unless you want to count Crinosaurus, but you don't play as the dinosaur. I'm talking about playable, you play as the dinosaur games. And on the bottom section, it says some dinosaurs genus only have 1 or 2 known species, and in those cases, we plan on creating our own species that are within the realm of realism. This is purely... Now, what it means by 1 or 2 known species is the 2 alternate species, such as the Stucomimus has 2 species, whereas the Ceratosaurus and Splatosaurus have only 1 alternate species. And this is interesting because it says further character customization. We could customize our own alternate species. This could happen, people, and it would really be interesting how they take it. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be like Spore where you limbs and stuff. I'm thinking that you're probably going to customize your skin and maybe even horns and whatnot. That is a theory I have on myself. I want to hear from you guys what you think about this, please. Something else also, I just really want to keep talking about this evolutionary binary somewhat stage. In the previous video, in their website, they did say you will have upgradable features. Now, these upgradable features will include something, what I'm thinking of, similar to Beast of Bermuda, where you'll have this own tab to where you can customize your loadout, whether as you want more speed, you want more bite force, and this is something I feel like they can expand on very, very largely. Because let's say you have focused mostly on speed, let's say as an Allosaurus, but you have a disadvantage with your bite force. Now you could have, now if they ever do nesting, I feel like they could use this. So let's say you have a great speed, but the father figure doesn't, he has greater force. Your quote-unquote children could have both of a mix or one or the other, making your genus, I guess you could say, expanding the realm of the microevolution, if you at will. Now, I'm just going to touch on what microevolution is. Microevolution is when a creature adapts to its surroundings and evolves in a way that it helps thrive. Now, microevolution isn't evolution like Darwinian evolution. Macroevolution is just the same creature, it's the same species, it doesn't turn into a cat or a dog. Alright, that is what microevolution is. And I feel like this is what they're following. They're following in the microevolution area. So let's say you're a Styracosaurus and you focused on attacks and agilities. Well, your children might not have this, and that could be a disadvantage for your species, because let's say one of the cataclysmic events happens, and let's say an asteroid hits and breaks all the wildfires, and only two of your children survive. Well, they're not going to have the greatest attack or speed, but let's say every other Displetosaurus or Allosaurus does. Your species or evolutionary stages will probably die off. And I feel like they could take on this very, very good, or easily. But let's just say, and this could go for the Lambeosaurus, where the mother could have a short crest, but the father could have like a long, thin crest. Your children could have a mix of both. And it will be really interesting to how they take this. But that is kind of the premise of this video, is that I just want to talk about all the different ideas they could use this for, this alternate species of themselves. Now, they could also later in the game have a camouflage ability where you camouflage even greater than what than the other players can see. So let's just say you upgraded your quote-unquote camouflage abilities and you hide in a bush, but no other carnivore can see you. Your genus or your family lineage will probably carry that on and greater day. Now, that might sound like a little bit Darwinian evolution, but it's essentially micro. So let's just say instead of an asteroid, and let's say one of the servers is doing the Jurassic period and there is flooding involved with this one. Well, let's just say you have a great speed advantage with the Camptosaurus. Now, I'm not for sure if Camptosaurus is a Cretaceous or Jurassic. Please let me know. But let's just say it's Jurassic, alright? Well, let's just say you have good swim ability, but your friend does not. Your friend will probably die in this flooding event, but you might live. Now, with the microevolution, you will probably have to adapt, which means you will have to upgrade different abilities that you probably would never have used. Now, if you find that interesting, please comment down below as to if you like that or you have your own ideas, because I'm open. I am open to any idea you all have. So this so on and so forth about these different species is still left up in the air. I mean, they do have a suggestion box in their Discord. I highly recommend that you go in there and give all suggestions that you all think, and you could even use my suggestions, such as if you have these, if you upgrade certain features, your hatchlings could have these features as well, or not. You know, it depends. So if you guys like kind of enjoyed this small video, I kind of just wanted to talk to you about these different evolutionary stages because I thought it was interesting. All right. It might be like a 5-minute video, it might be a 10-minute video, I just don't know. Alright, so make sure you smash the like button, show some support, comment down below what you think could these alternate species be, or if you hate them, like them, or flat out just don't care. Let me know down in the comment section. Also, go to the poll section right above, and I want you to choose the first species you want me to play as for this game, whether that's the Allosaurus, the Splatosaurus. If you want me to play as the Raptor, go up there. I'll have 2 different sections for each, the herbivores and the carnivores. So one poll will be up there, the next one will be right after that. Hopefully, if I can fit them all in there. So I'll see you guys next time, maybe in another discussion. How are they playing the game? Only 2 people are playing the game? Yeah, mate. Alright. Bye.